After the Korean War, the wage gap was introduced into the Korean people. Industrialization was introduced and economic status, but people were still stuck in the old ways. That is because the huge advantage that America bought after the Korean War introduced these people to these luxuries. So I served in Korea for 1 year and 4 months, and I was introduced to tons of cultures. And what I mean by cultures is that I got to live with these people. I met some of my best friends I still talk to in Korea, and I was introduced in the way they live, the way they act, the way they feel, why the way they act, and just a whole bunch of interesting things that really opened my eyes and what it means to live. So I want you to picture you have a child and you're doing the best that you can for them, but because of economic status, you're stuck in that same rotation of being a farmer. You just can't move while everyone else is moving along in life, getting that education, being access to new opportunities, but you're just poor, and money makes the world go around, and you're just stuck. So to really describe this problem of the wage gap, you need a picture that there's just no room for growth, and there's no room for growth is because of the wage gap. Money makes the world go around, and so that wage gap is keeping people from having access to all these benefits that people should have a right to have, especially in this day and age. So Korea, they're stuck in the old ways. They're stuck in the farmer's age versus, missionaries and the age of just living in a certain lifestyle. And it's just honestly the lack of programs compared to American counterparts. One of the biggest thing is financial aid. Financial aid is a huge benefactor into higher education that is probably one of the best things America has offered for the youth. A perfect example that you can use is the movie Parasite. It's actually really popular on Netflix, and it gives an example of the way Korean people live. It's a horror film, but at the same time, you'll notice that people are living in the slums and lopsided buildings, and there's horrible plumbing and it smells. That is real. That is the reality that these people are living in. And honestly, I feel like we have the capability to help them. And when I was in Korea, my personal experience, I was in Seoul, one of the biggest cities in South Korea. Amazing place. But 5 mile down the road, slums. People just living off the land. Like, it shouldn't be a thing. They are more than capable of just offering these programs and better technology and better people. So the big cause of this is the mass production of industrialization after the Korean War. Talked about it before, but what I want to get in depth is that after the Korean War, America offered international trade. Apple products were introduced, cars, luxury cars, introducing the music that had never been heard before, just a whole bunch of things that people were introduced with. And honestly, it was really good for the country. Perfect example, just look at North Korea. They're behind in times that could have been South. So solution to this program would honestly be financial aid, just like America has. Financial aid program could be used to help the Korean people and to help not only the poor but the rich. Anybody should be able to use this program just like we are. Granted, you may not be entitled as much as other people, but just the fact that it's there will help. An explanation is how this would work was built taxes. People pay taxes. Wouldn't you want your taxes to go towards something beneficial, even if it's the youth? And an example is our own financial aid. We can literally copy paste what we do for them. It's perfectly capable. We're already there as it is. Why not offer that program? And I honestly, I use financial aid myself. I'm a Texas veteran. I use my GI Bill, but I stay using financial aid because it helps me achieve my higher education goals. And I take advantage of everything that I'm entitled to. And believe it or not, 85% of America's youth is on some sort of financial aid. That just shows you how important this kind of aid could be for anyone. So I understand that some of you may not even care what's going on overseas, and that's perfectly fine. People have their own problems, so I don't blame you for that. However, America is in Korea. We are there. We are part of their United Nations. There's even a United Nations fort on Camp Humphreys. And the next step, in my opinion, would be to offer a petition. convince the world leaders to start this program because not only would it be beneficial to them, it would be beneficial to us. Think about it. If we have a big superpower we're involved in, South Korea, and they're offering big products, they're able to provide smart individual young men and women to help build the economy. We can take advantage of that, not only for our personal gain, but just a peace of mind knowing that we as people are helping each other. And I want you to just imagine that you're you're 40 and you have kids and they're mid age and you're just there's nothing you can do. You're stuck in the past life and you can't help them because you're just stuck. And I want you to go home today, do a little research on Korea, and just look up pictures, man. Like I really suggest you take some sort of vacation and just open your mind on what it really means to have that wage gap of communism. And I thank you for your time today. I hope you have a good day.